had to learn how to sing. I was good. I yodeled like nobody.
We find out things. Bernard Purdie, great yodeler. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
He is ready. Boys and girls, John Peckman Podcast, Connecticut Valley School of Music and Dance, beautiful downtown Portland, Connecticut. Come over the bridge, go 1 through set of lights, start looking left. I'm a little bit nervous. We are in the presence of greatness today. It's for real. This is for real. This is a big one, kids. The big one. The legendary, the one, the only, Mr. Bernard Purdie, drummer.
Oh.
If I need to tell you that this man's a drummer, you're on the wrong.
Oh, it's cool. It's all cool.
Living legend. I'm just going to say it.
Thank you.
Living legend. New friend. Never met you before. I appreciate Alan Friedman is here, made this happen. He's the man. I can't be grateful enough. I'm just going to do this for anybody who does not know. Real quick, in case you don't know. Just one look. Doris Troy. That's him. Hang on, Sloopy. That's you. Sorry. Yeah, I guess. It's a man's world. James Brown. You. Just hi-hat, like almost on that track. Just about. Beautiful. It's a Wonderful World. Louis Armstrong. That's you. The Platters with This Ring. Always loved that song. Never knew it was you. That's you.
Well, most people.
Love Keeps Lifting Me Higher. Jackie Wilson.
Jackie Wilson.
Ooh, Child. 5 Stair Steps. Love that. That's you. I Can See Clearly Now. Johnny Nash. How about that?
Yes.
Here's one of my favorite bands. Nobody knows. D.W. Washburn. The Coasters. That's you. I love the Coasters. Now we're getting into the obvious ones. Rocksteady.
Yeah.
Aretha Franklin. It's whatever. Did write a book about it. Book's been written about it. Turn Back the Hands of Time. Another one I always loved. Didn't know it was you. It's you. Well, Memphis Soul Stew, the whole King Curtis thing, we all know that. Have You Seen Her? Shy Lights. Did not know that. That's so funny. Where Is the Love? Roberta Flack. Donny Hathaway. That's you. There's your coffee, sir.
Yeah.
You can just drink while I keep rolling with the list. She's Gone. Hall & Oates.
Yeah.
That's you. This Steely Dan, the obvious ones. Well, there's Deacon Blues, which is also you. And then, Home at Last and Babylon Sisters. And so anyway, get this. When I was a youngster learning to play drums, I didn't have a whole lot of records around. My parents took me to see Hair, 1979, bought the soundtrack. I learned to play every note on that record. That's you. I did not know who you were. I learned every note on that record. Did not know I was learning from the best. Right?
Well, thank you.
Yeah, no, for real. I mean, that was my introduction. And then as I got older, I'm like, oh, yeah, that's the dude. That's a cool record. I made that for my guitar player. Sorry.
No,
Stop talking
I
now.
was just getting ready to say that it really was cool because most people didn't know, and I basically say most, but Galt McDermott and I worked together.
Yeah, from the beginning.
Over 50 years. And I loved everything he did. So I played on all of his records. I played, we had 49 different albums.
Wow. Holy cow.
Yeah.
All kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we ended up with, I would say, 15, 20 different soul albums.
Yeah.
For his, what he called, the shows.
Yeah. Musicals.
And we were together 50 plus years.
Wow. That's crazy.
Oh,
That's amazing. The thing that blew me away about that record, I'm listening to it, and there's like the part of the movie where there's like Good Old Boys, you're playing country music, and it's killing. I'm like, oh, that could groove too. Like that, you put the groove on everything. It's so cool.
Well, most people didn't know I played country music. I was playing country music when I was 10.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's funny. So that wasn't new to you. You were just like,
No.
okay.
We had one station, and it was a 100-watt station
And this is where? In Baltimore or Maryland?
in Maryland,
Okay.
Elkton.
Okay.
That was it.
You got what you got.
That's what you got.
Yeah.
And everything country came at night,
Mm-hmm.
and you didn't have to go through any changes because that's the only 100-watt station that was ever picked up.
So you just music is music.
Music is music.
Yeah. So when it came time to do that, you're like, yeah, I got this.
Well, on top of it, I had to learn how to sing. Yeah.
Really? Whoa.
Oh, I was good.
Oh, really?
I was very good.
Yeah.
I yodeled like nobody.
See, we find out things. Bernard Purdie, great yodeler. Didn't know that. See, wow, that's cool.
It was good.
Yeah,
It was a good thing.
yeah, I bet. Yeah. All right. Well, everybody always asks you, is there anything you're like tired of answering? I mean, okay, all right. I'm just saying.
I still one of your napkins.
Oh, of course. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, you're probably, telling the same stories over and over, but please, you could
No.
tell them all again. That's fine. I just want, if there was anything
Well,
that you wish people would ask that they didn't, or tracks that you love that maybe people don't know that we could search out.
well, it'll make it a lot easier if they understood that when it comes down to tracks, I had 2,500 different artists that I worked with
Imagine that.
and over 4,000 albums. So it's not about going through the changes. It's trying to get people to believe that this kind of thing can happen.
Yeah.
Well, it did happen.
Yeah.
And I'm happy because now people around the world are finding out that it's so true.
Just look it up. There it is. Yeah. Yeah. Like I say, I mean, I kind of knew, but then when I knew I was going to meet you, I kind of dug deep, and I'm like, you're kidding. That's, and I was talking to Ed, the guitar teacher, was saying the same thing about a lot of times there's songs that we love that we didn't know was you, and realize that's why we love it, because it's you. We know it's you, even when we don't know. It's just, who can say that? You know what I mean? Like, there's like a reason why we like this song and not that song. And that could be, that's because you're on that track. I always loved the Shy Lights, that tune. I didn't know that was you.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's killer.
Well, you got to look at it the way I did. It was a job.
Yeah.
And in order to get something done, you got to get people to believe you. And I did a lot of preaching. And I let everybody know, I can do it. I can do it.
Yeah.
I can play anything. I can do anything. And I was a pain in the neck to most people. So, fortunate enough, some people started to believe me. And that's how all of these genres of music became part of me.
They just said he'll show up and do it.
Yeah.
And you did.
Mm-hmm. And in the beginning, they were demos.
Yeah.
And fortunate for me, people didn't know what I was doing, and
Yeah.
the songs went right through.
Yeah, right. And then they say like Just One Look. That was supposed to be a demo.
It was.
Yeah. Right. And then they were like, oh, this is too hot. I was talking, my wife is not a musician, but she's got an ear. And I was telling her who you were. And, I said the song, oh, wow, that's cool. And then I said, Just One Look. And she goes, ooh. She knew, you know what I mean? She's like, oh, yeah, there's something to that. I'm like, yeah. There's something to that. You're the something to that. That's funny. Killer. Yeah. That's really funny. All right. Not match grip. I'm a drummer. Match grip. Mm-hmm. Not traditional, like a lot of cats back then. You just settled on it, just out of curiosity. everybody's playing traditional, and you kind of settled on match grip. It's kind of cool.
Well, if it's okay, I'll
Oh yeah,
tell you why.
please.
It just made my job easier. We were all taught conventional,
Sure.
but because of every kind of music to be played, and because I also played in the marching band,
Sure.
I got tired of having the same thing. And when I wanted to do something different, I just do it. That's why I got kicked out of most of the marching bands.
Oh boy.
Well, it's my fault.
Well,
It's my own doing.
You're better off.
Well,
You'd be in a marching band. You would be on 4,000 records.
well, I just wanted everybody to know that I could play. And that's how it was for me.
Yeah.
I would beg, plead to let me play on some of the recordings.
Yeah.
And each time I got the chance, I didn't get the chance with the big band, with the over here and over there. I had to prove myself, and I did every time I sat down to do a job. Whatever the job called for,
Gotcha.
I'd do it.
Yeah. And you created your own thing by doing that.
Yes.
Instead of qualifying to be something else, you made your own. Then they start calling you for you. You created a thing. That's rare.
Well, yes.
Yeah, because you're bringing it, you're doing it. You've made it happen. So they're like, that's a guy that's going to make it happen.
Well, the thing is, I didn't look at it that way. I wish I could say that I did. I really, really did. But it was out of necessity for me to play everything.
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
Whatever it took
Yeah.
to do the job.
Yeah.
So I would beg and plead to do a job. And it didn't matter where, when, or how.
Survival.
It was survival, but I made sure that I'd always did a good job. No matter what. And on top of everything else, I still had a big mouth.
But you knew you could live up to your mouth, though.
Yes,
Yeah.
that was the whole thing for me.
Yeah.
But sometimes my big mouth got me into trouble.
Me too.
But to actually make things work, it's almost like you're forcing somebody to allow you, okay, you had a big mouth, prove it. I didn't mean it that way.
Yeah, you got yourself in a thing.
Yes, but I just go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
And then people start, oh, he really does do
Hey.
what he says he can do. So, yes, it worked, and it works, and it worked. But it also got me into trouble.
Oh.
So
I think it worked out generally, like overall.
But it hurt me. It hurt me for a while. But
But that people didn't believe in you.
well, I don't know if it was not believing in me, but probably just because I did have a big mouth. But I was like my teacher. My teacher built something in me, but he put it here in my heart.
Yeah.
Follow your mind, follow your heart. But calm,
Yeah.
slow down.
Yeah. Let it come to you.
Yeah, it didn't come to me fast enough.
Okay. Well.
And that's how I felt, that I wasn't getting the chance. So I had to go and ask people. Never bothered me to ask to do something because I know I could do it. So it did work out for me. And what worked out even more, they were hit records.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing talks like that. That's it. Yeah. There it is. Yeah.
And that's why so many demos became hit records.
Yeah. How about that? And that's thanks to your teacher, kind of. That thing of like living up to what you're thinking that you can do, what you're saying you can do, and then doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
That's heavy.
it still got me into trouble. But
Mike?
I did.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I'm just trying to turn you up a little bit. Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah. Right? Yeah. All right. Let me think. All right. Well, this is, I don't know, maybe this is a odd question. I don't know how to. So it seems to me when most people feel what you're playing, me included, everybody, there's a joy. There's a joy. When you play, it makes you there's a joy. Where does that joy come from? What brings you that joy that you share in your playing? Because I think that's what most people feel. They don't feel intimidated, like, oh, I could never do that. You feel like, oh man, this feels good. I want to get involved in this. It's joyful. Where's that joy? Where did you feel that and say, I'm going to bring that into this? Or did it just happen?
Well, I wish I could say it just happened.
Yeah.
But it was my teacher
Okay.
who knew that I could do things. The biggest problem, is that I kept pushing. I would always push, so that at least allow me to try it.
Uh-huh.
It was the hardest part of the job because it was a job.
Yeah.
And I looked at it every time I sat down to play. It's a job. So don't worry about going through the changes. Yes, you got a big mouth, but you do the job, others are going to call you.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. Because what you're doing is working.
Mm-hmm.
And when you're working, joy. Oh, yeah.
There it is.
I love what I'm doing.
There it is. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I work at it,
Yep.
and it does work.
Yeah.
It really does.
Wow. Yeah. So it's just that's interesting. That's really cool. Yeah. Wow. All right. Let me. All right. Well, how about this? So when you're in your thing and you're hitting it, you're making hit records, and you kind of know when you're making records that you're going to reach you're out of the demo phase now. Now you know what you play is going to be heard. Does it change your approach at all? Or are you just doing the job?
That's the connection.
Yeah.
I was smart enough to realize that this is a job.
Right.
And I never gave that up. I never changed about what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
And having fun doing it.
Yeah.
The only problem is that I don't have that filter of when I think I made a mistake or something, and I really didn't know how to stop telling somebody that I can do it.
Mm.
I can do it. And when somebody says, yeah, we really like what you did. We really did.
Yeah.
But we would like to do another one.
Yeah.
And I would say, sure.
Right.
But
It hurt you.
you don't trust me. And I put them on the spot.
Yeah.
And I would say to them, listen, listen to it.
Yeah.
And if you're not happy, I'll be the first one to say something. But when you know that you've done it inside and it's working,
Yeah.
it's the love.
Yeah.
So they did. They followed me. They allowed me
Yeah.
to do one more or whatever.
Yeah.
But I didn't do it under protest.
Okay.
So the beauty for me is take a listen.
Yeah. Yeah. It's already there.
And we did it on track 1,
Yeah. Yeah.
track 2,
Yeah.
maybe on track 3,
Yeah. Yeah.
possibly on track 4.
Yeah.
But listen, so
Yeah.
I don't go back and repeat myself, because it's a waste of time.
Right. Right.
And that is what you pay me for.
Sure.
We're here to do a job.
Yep.
And if you don't like the job and you want to do something, I'm the first one.
Yeah.
I'm the first one. Yeah. Do as much as you want.
Sure.
But
I already did it.
I still want you to know and understand that you have it.
Yeah.
And that's where my big mouth came in. Yes, I insisted sometimes, but after insisting, and if you're not happy about what I said or whatever,
Sure.
you got it. Go and do it.
Right.
You can do it as many times as you want.
Right. This is what you were talking about yesterday, diplomacy. You just go, okay.
It took me a long time. Diplomacy was not something that just came natural. I really had to smile a lot, hold back a lot,
Yeah.
give people what they want, and let them make the decision. So there were times when I was the happiest person in the world because they did. They stopped. We took a break, whatever we have to do.
Yeah.
They go back and they listen.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
When they go back and they listen,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll be grinning from ear to ear.
Yeah. Yeah. Because you were right.
Because I was right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that, to me, is the joy.
There it is.
That's the joy. And then I said, okay, now we can do whatever you want. I know that you have it.
Right.
And I also know such and such. I don't care how many takes you want.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just trying to prove a point,
Yep. Yep.
because most of the folks won't speak up
I
because
see.
they don't want to lose the job.
I got you.
Nobody wants to lose the job. But when I'm on that wheel that's happening, and I know that I've done what I needed to do,
You trust yourself.
I trust myself.
Yeah.
Bam. And then, okay,
Right.
now you can do your 20 more takes. If you want. I don't care, because I know that you're going to go back to track 1,
Yeah.
2,
Yeah.
or 3,
Yeah.
and you got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's one of the best examples was, of course, Steely Dan.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Do it all day.
do it all day.
Yeah.
We took 2 weeks. Took 2 weeks for a song that we did. And that 2 weeks happened. It happened
Yeah.
2 weeks later. It
Right.
did. It was 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But the point was, when it happened to me, I wasn't even playing the drums.
Right.
I was playing telephone book.
Right. Imagine
That's
that.
the sound that they wanted.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's what it was about. It was a sound that they were looking for,
Yeah.
but nobody knew how to tell you. So
see.
we played,
Yeah.
and we did it. 2 weeks later, they got it. They
Wow.
got it,
Yeah.
and they sold, I'd say, maybe 10 million copies.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah. But the beauty is that I've never had that filter that, you know, you walk away from something
Yeah.
and such. But I started learning. I really started learning diplomacy. Sometimes I just have to,
Hey, the clock's running. We're good. You know?
I have to shut up,
Yeah.
let it go.
There had to be a certain point, though, where they're calling you for you. I mean, they got to trust you and just go, let's bring him in. Let him do his thing. I mean, you know, you're not just any drummer. Like, we need a drummer. They're calling you. They must trust you at some point. When does that happen?
Well, it can happen by being there.
Yeah, yeah,
Just being there.
Yeah.
They trust you.
yeah.
But you got to understand when you're working for an artist, the artist runs everything.
Uh-huh.
You got to do it their way or you don't get called back.
Yeah, yeah.
So what I had to do, and I really, really had to work hard at it, is I really had to learn diplomacy.
Yeah.
And I got real good at it. I learned how to smile.
Yeah, yeah.
I learned how to give. I learned how to make it work. And then do it,
Yeah.
then get up and take a break
Yeah. Yeah.
so they can listen.
Yeah.
And they listen.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You just
And
wait.
They listen.
Yeah, you know they're going to get it.
Before you know it, 30 minutes, an hour is gone. The money didn't matter to them.
Right.
It wasn't about money. It
Yeah.
was about making sure that the sound was there and that this is what they wanted.
And then big surprise, it was on take 2. Right.
Well,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they'll figure it out. Not everybody's
Yeah.
smart, you know.
it's just I really did have to learn to do diplomacy
Yeah. Well,
because
yeah, we all do, I guess.
if you want to work,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
it's all about the job.
Mm-hmm.
It is about the job. And I'm not very good at faking things.
Me neither.
I'm not very good. But I really have learned
Yeah.
diplomacy.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just have to let it go.
Yeah, yeah. That's better for your health,
It is.
you know.
But it also brings you back to reality.
Yeah.
Reality is something that you can't get away from. You really can't.
Yeah.
And the hardest part is that and
Yeah.
yeah, you learn to shut up.
Yeah, they'll catch up. They'll figure it out eventually.
Yeah. Because it happened too many times.
Yeah.
I've had incidents. You're doing the whole album.
Mm-hmm.
You got a week to do the whole album.
Yeah.
You finish the album in 3.5 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what do you do with the other half? And then the following day,
Right.
Alan Jackson.
Yeah. Yeah.
We finished. We did it. And what are you going to do now? They finally said, well, we lost the day. We
Yeah, yeah.
don't really have to do anything else. I said, well, let me stop you. We called for the 5 days. I'm here for the 5 days,
Yeah.
whatever it has to be,
Yeah.
and that also is diplomacy to get people to do, okay, we finished early, we don't have to pay you for it. No, you don't do that.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't do that.
Yeah. Just say, I'm here.
I'm here.
Yeah.
You know, even if you come back and you mess up.
Yeah.
But you don't do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, here is, you know, you that's where diplomacy really has to come down to.
Mm-hmm.
Because it all comes down, quote, as they say, to money.
Yeah.
Who's paying and who's not.
Mm-hmm.
And I've learned how to smooth
Yeah.
when you have to
Yeah.
and not cause anything. Because, you know,
Yeah.
you're already there. You've done the job.
Yeah.
And now they want to cut you back.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah. I hear you.
we just come in and have some fun.
Yeah. You never know. You might end up with something that you
Yeah.
never thought of.
Yeah. You stop worrying about
Yeah.
other things.
Is there an artist? I just thought of this that you learn. Who do you think you learned the most from? Like, was there anybody that you were like, oh, you know what? Let me try it their way, and you go, oh, hey, I think I'm going to put their way into my way. Like, was there anybody that you learned the most from, an artist that gave you a different perspective? Is there anybody that you could think of?
There's quite a few.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you the one that really did it for me
Yeah.
was Les Paul.
Oh, wow. Okay. Wow.
Les Paul is the one who taught me how to overdub.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And I learned when it was 2-track.
Yeah.
I go all the way back, not worrying about the 16 to 94.
Yeah.
I learned how to make records work in the early
Yeah, right.
60s.
Yeah, imagine that. So you already were there.
That's how things work for me.
Yeah.
And you know, what a super. I mean, he was just super.
Yeah. I can only imagine. Yeah. He invented the world.
He invented.
Yeah.
He invented multi-tracking.
Yeah.
And he showed me, and he told me that I have that little special thing.
Yeah.
And when somebody tells me something like that,
Yeah.
it
That's got to help your
doesn't.
attitude.
It really doesn't. Because, you know, then they plan on your ego.
Yeah.
But he was not that way.
Okay. Yeah.
Here is somebody who knew what he wanted,
Yeah.
showed you how to do it,
Yeah.
and you do it.
Yeah.
Now, he told me, he said, there's going to be a time when you go a little too far, or maybe not far enough, and you lose it. And that means if you do that, you got to go back to the beginning.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You don't ever want to do that.
Yeah. Oh,
You don't, because it is hard to
Yeah,
go
yeah.
back
yeah.
to the beginning and
Yeah.
do 4, 5, 6 overdubs and
Yeah.
fixing
Yeah. And it just becomes a mess.
a mess.
Yeah.
Now, it happened to me one time.
Oh, boy.
It only happened to me once, and I promised him I'd never do that again.
So I'm going to get it right, top to bottom now.
Top to bottom,
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah.
So, concentration, that's my job. That is my job.
Yeah.
I was brought in to do that. Do that.
It's not just playing drums. It's
No.
the whole thing.
And sometimes you got to keep your mouth shut and do the job. It's that simple. Do the job. Then you can, okay.
Yeah.
Now that you've done the job and
Yeah.
it worked,
Yeah.
have fun with it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's cool.
And if somebody wants to play and do more, just do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's where diplomacy
Yep.
really, really comes in.
Yep. I hear you.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a question. So yesterday, the thing, how'd you like playing with my bass player? That's my guy, Jay Wiggin. How'd you?
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
I loved him,
Oh, good.
and I told him so.
Yeah.
He was beautiful.
Good. Yeah.
He
You
was
know,
wonderful.
he makes everything better.
And he's right on the money.
Yep. Yep.
The concentration, this, that, and the other, was beautiful.
Yeah.
He hit it, quit it, just
Yep.
he's that good.
Oh, good.
That's all. He's just that good.
Love it. Love hearing it.
Oh,
I bought it for
know.
Connecticut.
And
I
I
bought
told
it.
him,
Yeah.
I had to tell him how I felt
Oh, good.
because it worked for me. It just made my job much easier.
Yeah, he's good like that. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I want to ask you about Bob Marley. All right.
Okay.
So I love Bob Marley.
Uh-huh.
Going through the things. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I don't know. But, with that era of reggae, rock steady-ish, it's like Motown. There's 3, maybe 4 guys. And you get to know them. And then I hear Rock to the Rock. I hear Rock and Steady. I go, which guy's this? It's you. Didn't know that. Did not know that. I'm like, oh, well, that explains it. This is not one of those guys. This is a different guy. How'd that happen? It was one of my favorite tracks, Rock and Steady. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
So what's that? How'd that happen? Love it. I can tell by your rim click. I'm like, oh, yeah, no, that's him. I can hear that. Yeah. What was that all? How'd you do that?
Well, it was like anything else.
Yeah.
It still came down to the job.
Yeah.
When you start to ask those kind of questions, most people are not going to be able to give you the right answers.
Yeah.
You have to listen to what's going on. You got to listen to who is giving and who is leading. It's always going to be a leader.
Yeah.
I am one of the best followers in the world, but I'm also a leader. And I know when I'm right and wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So you leave things alone. You got to give yourself space to get out or to sneak out or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
With Bob Marley, we go in. He was outside on the rocks smoking.
Sure.
Everybody's all nervous, everybody waiting, and he's smoking. And okay, long cigars.
Sure.
I don't know what's in the cigars, and I don't care. But the point is when it came down time for us to do the job, he almost like wake up and say, "Oh, I'm ready."
Just like
Come
that.
inside. The next thing you know, we do 3 or 4 songs.
Yep.
He goes back outside, gets on the rock, and that's the way he did things.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what he did.
Did you hear a lot of reggae? How did you get, you got that, you copped that style, just like that?
That was the musicians in Jamaica.
Yeah.
They helped me.
Yeah.
They actually helped me because I go watch them, then I join them.
Right.
They were teaching me their way
Yep.
of doing things.
Yep.
And I told you, I'm a follower
Yeah.
when I have to be.
Yeah.
But I'm also a leader when I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And when you don't know what you're doing, you got to listen.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
got to
Yeah.
listen.
Was it different? How different was it from what you were doing before? Are you just like, yeah, I hear what they're doing. That's different. Yeah. Just lay it down.
No, not quite.
Okay.
They actually showed me how the breakdown of what the reggae was
Yeah.
and how they did things. They had 5 people in the percussion, and each one was doing something separate.
Yeah.
So they started teaching me how to do 1 part, 2 parts, 3 parts, 4 parts. And sometimes 5 parts, and they understood. Wow, how did you get that? How did you? I listened.
Yeah.
I listened.
Yeah.
So I put it all together.
Yep.
Instead of 5 different people playing one part at a time, and I did it. Piano.
Yeah. Tied it all together.
You tie it all together.
Yeah.
You play
Yeah.
part, each section, each part.
Yeah.
Everybody is important.
Right.
And I had already been part of Johnny Nash
Mm-hmm.
and his brother
Mm-hmm.
because I made records with them.
Right.
So they brought me over, and that's how I end up doing 2 albums of Bob Marley.
Now, what did they think that you were going to do that their dudes didn't have? They must have said, we got to get them.
They liked what I did for them.
Yeah.
And when they became the producers,
Uh-huh.
I just went along with the program.
Yeah.
I said to everybody in the beginning, I can play anything. I can do anything.
Sure.
Give me a chance. Give
Yep.
me a shot.
Yep.
And they did. But I had so much help
Yeah.
of people saying, oh, Mr. Purdie. And I said, oh, come on, man. I need to burn out. I'm dealing with the early part of the 60s.
Yeah.
So I love what I heard.
Yeah.
And I realized that I can compliment them by adding a little bit of each one. So I had everything to cover the whole cut thing.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, oh, yeah. And that's how I did it.
Because you did it all. You brought it all to
I
the
brought
thing.
it all together
Yeah.
as one.
Yeah.
Because listen to all 4 other people.
Yeah.
And wrists, you can do anything when you're playing.
Mm-hmm.
It's your wrists, it's not your arms.
Yeah.
It's not your body.
Yeah.
It's not just your fingers.
Yeah.
It's your whole thing.
Yeah.
You make it feel good for everybody. For everybody.
Wow.
That's your job.
Simple as that. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Gee whiz. You play different with different bass players. Do you approach it differently or just whatever? Again, it's probably the same. I'm asking the same questions. It's just the same
Well,
answer, probably.
It's not quite the same question.
Okay.
But you're in the same order of
Yeah.
things. For any drummer,
Yep.
the bass player is your sidekick.
Mm-hmm.
The bass player is the person that you listen to the most. The bass player is going to keep you and steer you where you're supposed to be, support you, and make sure that no matter what happens, when the bass and drums are together, you lock it in.
Yeah.
Once you lock it in, nobody's going anywhere because nobody is going to fight the bass and the drums when they're together.
Yeah.
And I don't care who sneaks into the band.
Yeah, yeah. It's already there.
You either join us
Yep.
or you don't play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
You're not trying to keep anybody out,
Right.
but that's what bass and drums, when you work together.
Uh-oh. Alan's.
Made me laugh.
Oh, no. Uh-oh. You made Alan laugh.
You
Oh,
have, it's the bass and the drums that lock in.
Yeah.
When you lock the bass and the drums in, the band is going to smoke.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
You know, all guitar players love it when they are not the ones that are locking in everybody.
Gotcha. Yep.
But what they play, they can change their rhythms.
Yeah.
They can change their rhythms and up or down.
Yeah.
Or, but doesn't matter. They hear something. They make sure that what we're doing is locked in, and they join us, and they become part of what that locked in is.
Yeah.
That's hard,
Yeah.
but that's somebody who likes what they do and don't necessarily want to run the total band.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Play a part.
Yeah.
You don't know how important your part is until everybody else is in there
Yeah. Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Because everybody has something they want to say.
Sure.
So allow them to say it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not hard.
Yeah. Like you're saying, just get out of the way. Get out of the way. Stay out of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But don't let get you out of the way take you out of what's going on.
Right. But leave room. More like this. Leave room for everybody to. Yeah. Yeah. I know.
And everybody has a spot.
Yep.
Everybody really knows that what they play works just as well.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fun time.
Fun time.
Fun time.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Well, everybody feels it. Everybody feels it. You made a lot of people feel a lot of things for a long, long time. You know, I was thinking, I just want to say this in case I never get a chance to, but I was thinking yesterday, you were talking yesterday, and you said how when you started off in New York, you used to bring your drums onto the bus. You would get on the bus with your drums, and you had to hook up with the bus drivers to get to the gig, to get on the bus. If at any point you said, I ain't getting on this bus anymore, it would have changed our world of music that we live in if you didn't get on that bus. So if you ever thought way back when, does this matter? It matters. It matters to all of us. All those people that were there yesterday because you got on that bus. Thanks for getting on that bus. You could have just said, man, I ain't doing this. You did it. You got on that bus. It mattered. It mattered. It matters now what you did then. As you saw yesterday, all those cats, everybody. Thanks for getting on that bus. Thanks to them bus drivers for letting you get on that bus. For them going to school, get on.
And here, where that kind of thing can work.
Yeah.
Now, there are times when I pleaded
Yeah.
to get on that bus.
Yeah.
It was too much.
Yeah.
And they told me they didn't want to lose their job.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that until I couldn't get on that bus.
Yeah.
And when I finally started to understand why, when I'm getting on that bus, there's not a lot of people.
Right.
Because the instruments were in the way.
Right.
And I had to be able to put them
Yeah.
in the front.
Yeah. So you're costing. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't think that way.
Just I got to get to the job.
Yeah, I just wanted to get to the job.
Yeah.
And it took a while
Yeah.
because I ended up having the same bus driver so many
Yeah.
times.
What you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. And that number 104 bus that went down Broadway, I really didn't think until I couldn't get on. That hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I was angry with myself because I didn't realize it. I didn't realize how much it meant for me. I couldn't get in a taxi because they wouldn't stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the bus driver gave me the opportunity when it wasn't crowded. And I didn't have to stand in the
Mm-hmm. Aisle.
the aisle.
Yeah.
But it meant a lot to them.
Mm-hmm.
And when I realized a lot, I mean, it was, believe it or not, it was like a couple of years before I realized how important it was for me to get on that bus
Yeah.
and go down and do my job. There was no money for taxis,
Right.
and the taxi drivers wouldn't stop.
Sure.
But
Especially with a mess of drums. You got a bunch of drums. They ain't stopping.
yeah, and my hands and arms were full.
Next. Yeah, they just look for someone else that could just get in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it took me a while to say thanks to those bus drivers.
Hey, thanks, bus drivers.
I really did.
Yeah. I appreciate
And
it.
I did. I had them, I invited them to some of the clubs that I worked at night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Come on in.
you know.
Have
so
a drink.
I got to know the ones, practically all of them on Route 104 on
Yeah.
coming down Broadway.
Yeah.
But here again, diplomacy.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I didn't even know I was doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. You're getting ready. Yeah. 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 You're doing practicing diplomacy on the bus drivers for later. Yeah.
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 But they
That's something.
they got me down there.
That is something else. Yeah, I mean, I don't have to keep you anymore. I mean, if there's anything you wanna say, I mean, I think I got my answers. You know, I had some questions.
Got the questions?
What?
The questions?
Oh yeah, well, yeah. I got silly questions. I usually ask people at the end. You want to have silly questions?
Silly?
Yeah, I guess. I guess we're silly. I don't know.
I don't know. Silly question.
All right. You understand some of your favorite albums? I say it like desert island albums. It's a thing. Like, you know, if you're gonna just take a couple of albums to a place that you couldn't leave, like something that you could listen to for the rest of your life over and over, a couple, either that you played on or not, or that you like. Is there like some favorite things that you like?
So why shouldn't I not like what I played?
Oh no. I just meant.
Oh, I don't want to hear that.
I just meant in case. Yeah. You know. No, I wouldn't blame you. You played on all the, you know, how you know, odds are you played on.
Well, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah.
That's nice, though. That's
Well,
very nice. You know,
it's the truth.
You know, gives everybody a chance to break the ice.
Yeah. Any that you would that you listen to? Like, what do you listen to now? You have anything now that you like, or you just kind of whatever?
I'm still listening to so many records
Yeah.
from years and years ago
Yeah.
because I end up now, I'm giving lectures all over the world
Yeah.
about some things. And, you know, you brought out 3 different people that I had not heard anything about in the past year that
Oh, yeah?
I hadn't even talked about.
Good.
But that's the beauty. That's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
beauty of this. When you start to understand what people are asking you and what their favorite things is
Yeah.
and what it's about,
Yeah.
I have to answer it a different way.
Oh, I see.
So and I enjoy what I do.
Oh, yeah.
And I enjoy when people want to break the ice.
Yeah.
You know, when they got some of their favorites
Yeah.
and they turn out to be songs that I love, I'm able to talk about them
Yeah.
because, yes, I made it.
Yeah.
I made it happen, and the reason what I did was equal
Yeah.
with who was there and why we did what we did.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fine.
Yeah.
You know, you hit a home run.
Good. That's cool. Favorite food?
Oh, man.
What could you eat every day?
Oh, I could eat soup every day.
Soup.
Mhm.
What kind?
Oh, vegetable soup.
Okay.
You just about any kind, as long as it's hot.
Hot soup.
Can't stand cold soup.
Yeah, I know. What's up?
I'm lukewarm.
Yeah, no good. No good.
Ooh,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
when I ask for hot, I'm not talking about spicy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like hot food
Yeah.
and hot soup.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's a joy. It's a joy for me. It's so relaxing.
Yeah. Yeah.
To have this to happen.
Hot soup.
Yeah,
Hot soup.
hot soup.
That's a good name for an album.
Oh,
Should make a new album called Bernard Purdie, Hot Soup.
oh.
Let's get it started.
All right, and then
Note to self.
Yeah. Note to self. Hot soup. Yeah, we'll get it going. Hot soup. That's awesome.
well, that's good.
Yeah.
Good.
Hey, why
I
not?
like that.
See, we learned something. We made something. We made something today.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right. Well, we could go. I can't tell you how much I appreciate this. I really do. I really, really do. I mean, little old us talking to you. It's really something. I appreciate it. And thank you, Alan, for making this happen. I really appreciate it. I never imagined I would get to ask you these questions. So I appreciate you taking the time.
Well,
You know,
I
I mean,
appreciate
you don't have to do anything. You've done enough in life. You don't have to do anything. But you did this for us. I appreciate it.
Well, it was my plasma.
My plasma. All right.
One of the lucky ones to get it.
Oh, I believe
Everybody
me.
don't get that.
No. Yeah, you don't leave your plasma lying around for
right.
everybody. I appreciate it. No, I really do. All right. Hey, I'm going to press the button. Mr. Bernard Purdie, living legend. Living legend. That's it. Those are the words. These are the words for this man. Living legend, Bernard Purdie. It's more than an honor. I thank you so much for being able to have this conversation.
No, you should really thank
Alan Friedman?
Alan Friedman.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because,
He's the man.
you know, we're going to fight. So,
Oh, really? Oh, okay. All right. Can I join? I don't have any beef with him, but I'll join in. Yeah. But thank you. Yeah, and thanks, Alan. If anybody was there last night, over the weekend for the soiree up at the Telefunken, thanks, right, to Alan, Rick Beato, everybody that came from near and far to bring Bernard here and all the folks.
It was, listen, they kept all of this a surprise.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Oh, they must have to get you in this room. They must have been a surprise.
Listen, it was wonderful.
Oh, good.
It was absolutely
I'm glad you felt it because it was real.
Oh,
you know,
it was
I mean,
real.
like,
It
oh,
was
it-
definitely real.
Good.
You know.
As long as you know that. I'm going to press the button. Don't be scared. There's going to be music that comes on.
Oh, really?
There's some bad drumming. Not good.
Oh.
All right, you ready?
Oh.
Bernard Purdie was here. Bernard, you still have the stamp? Don't you have a stamp? No, you have the sign. You got the sign. That's right. That's right. Bernard Purdie was here. It's hard to believe, boys and girls. Connecticut Valley School. He's moving to my drums. I can't believe it. I can't believe this happened.
Hey, it was good. Good time.
It was. Hey, thank you. Thank you. It was all right.
It was a good time.
Hey, I learned from your records. What can I tell you? John Peckman podcast, Connecticut Valley School of Music, downtown Portland, Connecticut. Come over the bridge, go 1 through Satellite, start looking left. Thank you, Mr. Purdie. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
As
1,000 times.
again,
Yeah. All
my
right.
plasma.
My plasma. All right. That is all.
If you'd like to start your own podcast, give us a call at Connecticut Valley School of Music and Dance. Our professionally designed podcast space is here for all your recording needs. Rent out our studio to do interviews with up to 4 people, to record audiobooks, social media content, and all other recorded material. Our rentals include a private studio along with our professional-grade podcasting equipment, and we can customize your output to whatever your needs are. We also have green screen capabilities, which will expand to video capability if you so wish. So check us out here at convalley.net/podcast.